the news station called him up and said, hey, you're representing the lady who's squatting in the big ugly McMansion. Can you talk to us? Absolutely, count me in. I'm there. And then he sits down and they open with the most obvious question, which is, okay, well, how did she get into the house? Whoa, cut, re-roll. Okay, places everyone, re-roll. Going again, cut. Here's a pretty wild story with one of my favorite videos of the year. And the year is young, but I do think that this was a strong contender for best of the year. So it starts in Maryland, Bethesda, Maryland, with a controversy over squatter rights. This is a squatters' rights controversy, which shouldn't be a controversy because squatters' rights should not be a thing. And in fact, they are not a thing in Maryland, that, as we'll see. But here's a report from Fox Baltimore. It says, neighbors in a quiet Washington, D.C. suburb have watched what many say feels surreal. An alleged squatter has taken over a $2.3 million home, unfolding not on television, but outside their own front doors. The property at the center of the controversy has been tied to Tamika Good and her partner, Corey Pollard, who neighbors allege unlawfully occupied a bank-owned home in Bethesda. Videos posted to social media add to the friction, including one TikTok and Instagram clip attributed to Good that it included the line, "You can't be doing regular people shit." The purported squatting incident took a dramatic turn last Monday. Less than 2 weeks of being incarcerated, Tamika Good is back in the house, said neighbor Ian Chen. Court records show Good and Pollard were charged last July with trespassing and fourth-degree burglary based on filings initiated by Chen, a 19-year-old college student who lives with his parents next door to the disputed home. Good's attorney told Spotlight on Maryland that there are loopholes in the system that people do take advantage of, but loopholes are loopholes. Okay, so this is the controversy. Tamika Good broke into a home, occupied it illegally, despite the fact that she doesn't own the home, has no claim to it whatsoever. As far as I can tell, this is not even a case where like someone is renting a house and then stops paying but refuses to leave, which is bad enough. But in this case, it looks like she just broke in, invaded, took over the house. And then she went to jail, as should happen. Now she's out and she's back in the house again. So there is no controversy here. This is very straightforward. I mean, this would be like if she mowed someone down with her car and then fled the scene. And the news report said, controversy tonight over a hit and run. There's no controversy. She's guilty of a hit and run. I mean, she hit someone. Pretty straightforward. And she's guilty here of a number of crimes that she's already done time for. And now she's back. So, why haven't they already arrested her and thrown her in jail again? I don't know. Throw her in jail for longer this time? So controversies are created where we don't need to have them. Because I don't know, what is the court system? What's law enforcement saying now? Are they saying, well, what are we supposed to do? We already arrest her again. Put her in jail again. But what if she gets out and she does it again? Then put her in jail again. What if she does it after that? Would you just keep putting her in jail? Or better yet, put her in jail and keep her there. So really one of those two, either of those options, I think the better option is just keep her in jail forever. This is not somebody who needs to be free in society. But if you want to just keep arresting her, if this is fun for you to just keep arresting her and putting her in jail, fine. But just that's why we have jails. That's why they exist. So that should be pretty easy. But I want to take you to the video. This was posted by Gary Collins, who's a reporter in Baltimore, because you have not met the most comical character in this particular sitcom, and that would be the lawyer of this woman, who, in fairness, does not have an easy job. How do you defend a woman who is clearly committing breaking and entering, a burglary, and then she goes to jail, gets out, and does it again? Like, what defense could one possibly offer? Not an easy job. But this is a person, Alex Webster, who is uniquely ill-fitted to live up to the task here. Watch.
Get out my face.
Ma'am, why are you in a $2.5 million property?
After months of delays, Good was convicted on all counts on January 22nd, sentenced to 90 days in prison. Pollard continues to face extradition for multiple vehicle theft-related crimes in Pennsylvania. 11 days later, Good was released on appeal on February 2nd after posting a $5,000 cash bond. Activities at the house started again soon after her release. For days, a woman wearing similar shoes and green pants was seen moving in and out of the alleged Bethesda squatter home. We spoke with Alex Webster about his client.
Look, there's a question. It's really the number one question on everybody's mind. How would your client, Ms. Tamika Good, get inside a $2.3 million property?
Cut. I don't know if I can answer that. Allegedly. Can I cut?
We're
rolling.
We're rolling, my friend. Yeah.
All right, can you re-ask the question?
Sure, absolutely. So the number one question on everybody's mind is how your client, Ms. Tamika Good, got into a $2.3 million property.
Well, Ms. Good did her research. She found out that a certain property was under the control of a certain group, and that there was a title issue. Due to the title issue, she was able to assume the property under squatters' rights.
So in Maryland, there isn't a particular squatter right. Am I missing something?
Well, it's not a particular squatter's right, but it's known as squatter rights.
Amazing. I mean, if anyone still has any doubt somehow that DEI has allowed the most unqualified, ridiculous people to get jobs they are not suited for and not equipped for, well, there you go. Meet Alex Webster. Meet Alex Webster, attorney at law. I have so many questions. You know, of course, the number one question is, how did this absolute dunce cap manage to get a law degree? Did he get his degree at the bottom of like a cereal box? Was this do they even still do that? I don't think they do. Was this at the bottom of a box of a Captain Crunch? He got his law degree. Did they give it to him with a Happy Meal? How did that happen? Well, it's a rhetorical question. I know how it happened. It's DEI. DEI is how it happened. But there's other questions also, which really all go back to the same answer, which is this person's a moron and should not have ever been given a law degree. But also, like, why did you agree to the interview if you didn't want to answer the most basic and foreseeable question imaginable? What questions did you think would be asked? So that the news station called him up and said, "Hey, you're representing the lady who's squatting in the big ugly McMansion. Can you talk to us?" And he says, absolutely count me in. I'm there. And then he sits down and they open with the most obvious question, which is, okay, well, how did she get into the house? Whoa, cut, re-roll. Okay, places, everyone, re-roll. We're going again, cut. This guy got so scared that he tried to become a squatter in the camera crew. He tried to pretend he was just part of the crew. That would have been a better way of handling it, actually. That would have been still not good, but better than what he did. He should have just said, "Hey, man, why are you asking me? I'm just the sound guy." Yeah, I wear a suit. I thought we were doing a sound check. Is that not what we're doing? Yeah, I wear a suit because I'm the sound guy. And someone give me the boom mic. I like how he throws the word allegedly into it. Like he doesn't even know what it means. This is a lawyer. Remember? And he says, I can't answer that. He looks in the camera. I mean, I can't answer that, allegedly. I can't answer that, allegedly. That's what he did. What do you mean you can't answer it allegedly? Like, can you answer it or not? Why are you alleging things about yourself? And the reporter is sitting there and he's loving every second of it. He cannot believe his luck. He is so excited. He is so excited because he knows he's getting the most iconic and hilarious footage imaginable. And I don't blame him. I'd be excited too. And I like how he re-answers the question. Like he re-asks the question as though the first question will be cut, but the reporter knows they're not going to be cutting anything. And that's not even the best part. The best part is when the attorney finally gets around to offering some kind of answer and he says, well, she took the home under squatters' rights. And the reporter says, but squatters' rights don't exist in our state. Well, yeah, but still. Well, yeah, but You know what I mean? Come on. Come on. Just amazing stuff. And all of it shows all at once, the lowly state of American culture right now. And also how easy it would be to reverse it if we have the will. Like in America right now, we're giving law degrees to characters from The Office, and we're letting random hobos take over $1 million homes. But we could easily just not do those things. We could. You could arrest the squatters, put them in jail, put the most basic standards in place to weed out people who are too dumb to be shift managers at Chipotle, much less lawyers. And a lot of these problems just go away. It's that easy. It is that easy.